on there, YouTube? Out in the scale shop tonight, just playing with my TrailFinder2s, and I got a very exciting product to show you. The all-new RC4 drive 1985 Toyota 4Runner hard body for the TrailFinder2 truck. These have just come out, and got lucky enough to get my hands on one pretty soon, and one of these lucky TrailFinder2s is going to get a new body. So yeah, let's just dig in. I'm anxious to see what this thing looks like. Alright guys, got the plastic off, let's cut the seal and see what we got. Now there's been not much online about this. RC4wd teased a picture of this last January, I think. So haven't seen any part of this at all yet. We've got windows, lots of windows. We've got removable hardtop. Yes. Oh, we've got opening removable doors. Holy cow. Got another baggie down here. Not enough room. Got some of the trash out of here. So, our main body has an opening hood, opening doors, removable top, removable tailgate, detailed taillight lenses. It's got all the things you know and love about your Mojave body, your normal Hilux body, added with some more features from like the Blazer, added with some new features like opening doors. I can't wait to see what the hinge assembly looks like. This actually feels a little more pliable than the like the Blazer body and stuff. It's nice, solid. Got front and rear seats. Yes, you gotta have the back seat. I can't wait. You gotta have a roll bar for this thing. All these had an old school roll bar behind the rear seat. You got front buckets, rear bench. To have a back for it. Oh, I'm losing stuff off the table. I don't know yet. Oh, took my trash can out. Our floorboard looks like the bucket seats just snap to it. Make it easy to paint different colors and then put it in. Got a nice little Toyota center console. Looks like we're gonna have a shifter. I don't really know how to go about this. I'm just kind of ripping things open and seeing what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and open the top and put it on there just for grins. Come on. Love these. We had one, I think, when I was in high school. We had I think it was an 87 or something. It was hideous. It's like fire truck red with a white wheels and a black top. I don't remember. Nice. Got the hard top. What else we got? I'm going to open the glass just yet. There's our doors. It's going to be hard to put doors on this thing. It looks so cool without them. You see so many of these off-roaded. Got body mounts. That's nice because I'm missing a lot of those for my TrailFinders. We even have door panels. Oh, dude. And the roll bar. It has the factory correct 4Runner roll bar. 3 pieces. It's all plastic. I'm sure they'll have a tough armor metal upgrade before long. It's got door panels, man. Look at that. And it looks like it's even got armrests that go on the door panel. Window crank spots. Oh, man. I'm just throwing all this plastic in the floor. There's a lot of pieces. Let's see what we got in this bag. We've got dash. Looks pretty detailed. Looks better than the Mojave dash does. There's our window cranks, our steering wheel. I'm guessing there's a column somewhere. I don't see it in there, but oh, there it is. No, that's the pot. It's got the gauge pod that goes on top of the dash, like you would have your tiltometer. Everybody with the 80s Toyota had one of those. It's got blinker and windshield wiper arms. So that's another big detail they're adding. What do we got here? Seat backs. seat backs for front and rear seats. Awesome. There's our steering column. Some other stuff, I don't know what it is. Got a battery box, or a receiver ESC box. There's our armrest. For the door panel, the seat backs. That is awesome. We needed that. Tailgate. It's even got end pieces. Huh. I guess that goes on the body. Oh, dude, they've really thought of everything on this one. And chrome bits. We've got those aside. I'm not sure what those are. Toyota for the tailgate, door handles, light buckets. All right. I think that's just about everything. So we've got headlights, tail lights, back windows, side windows. There's our tail lights. Where are those? Huh. Oh, they're blinkers. Okay. Back window. It's alright. So I'm going to get everything here kind of cleared out and we'll mock this bad boy up. Whole bag sitting off camera I forgot about. There's our hood. It's going to have a magnet mount. Get that one out here in a minute. This is body mounts and another electronics mount for the chassis. And then our most important one, chrome. We got our grill, front bumper, rear bumper, and another, I guess that's the top piece of the front bumper trim. Man, they really went all out on this one. I can't even right now. Alright, so I just got it loosely sitting on my bone stock TrailFinder2. I'm not sure yet which one of these I want to do. They're both very different, and it's going to be a very different route to go. Stock frame like this would probably do, keep it all together, bumpers and everything. The other frame's linked and more serious crawler. It's got the worn bumper on the frame and stuff, so that might be something we think about making a little bit more serious crawler out of it. But I'm digging it. Let me spin it around. It looks pretty mean just sitting on the stock chassis. Those tires aren't even that big. Big difference here with the 85. It's a little bit different body style. So we've got a different shaped fender wheel opening. They are a little bit smaller than the old Mojave bodies, the early 80s trucks. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see how that goes as far as fitting tires under it. But man, I am digging it. I can't believe it's got the roll bar too. That's perfect. That is fantastic. So I'm gonna get the instructions out now and start going over it a little bit and seeing what direction I want to go with this thing. I guess I've been playing with it a little bit. I went through the instructions. Again, since it's got a full interior, we have to relocate our electronics. Similar to how the Blazer kit was. The Blazer had the other little box that you mounted on the back of the frame. It does require you to lengthen some wires if you're putting this on an existing truck. You got to move your ESC and your receiver pretty far out in the back. It does do away with the rear body post. So you no longer have those body posts sticking up inside of your scale interior. I just got the grill sitting up there. So it does have a front valance, or valance, depending on where you're from. I wish it wasn't chrome. It's supposed to go below the bumper. That's the only thing. It's a little too much chrome up front. We may have to strip that and paint it black, because I think all those were like a urethane rubber. This is the rear bumper, and then it does have the side pieces that come around. Probably won't use those because they do just like the real 4Runners. They stick down really low on the back end, almost like if you don't have the running boards on it, they stick down lower than the side than your rockers are. It looks kind of odd. That's something Toyota's always done. They carried that into the late 90s as well with the weird bumper and like Nerf bar kind of things they had on them. But I'm digging it. With these GCM narrow wheels and narrow offset, they almost tuck all the way under this body. It looks pretty scale like that. I'm digging it. And it's got the hardtop's got these tall kind of rollover windows, kind of come up on the edge, top edge a little bit, have some curve with them. It's looking, we've got metal emblems. Can't see what they got. Toyota, we've got Turbo SR5, and small little tiny actual Toyota 4Runner rectangles like the real ones had. We've got rubber mirrors and stick-on chrome. I like that better than the glue-on stuff because it never sticks. This bag, it's got magnets and metal. This is all of our hinges. We've got a tailgate hinge, we've got hood hinges, we've got door hinges, and I think this is where the brackets are for the rear body mount. And then we've got our hardware bag. It actually looks like less hardware than the Blazer had. That Blazer body has a ton of screws. So, next step for me now is to get online and do my due diligence looking at 85 Toyota 4Runners and figure out what I want to do with this thing. I'll probably do that for a little bit, and then I need to come back and deburr all these pieces. I cut the slag out of the windshield and the hood, get that stuff cleaned up and scuff the body down, and hopefully by then we have a paint color in mind, and yeah, the theme for this build. I want to keep it period correct. I don't know how far as a crawler I want to take it. If I want to keep it more nice original truck, full interior, or do I want to leave, you know, have the top off, the doors off, trim the fenders out, put it on the other chassis back there, and run some big soft crawler tires. So I'm gonna go play online for a little while now. Alright guys, so I spent some time on the computer. Found this color code chart you're seeing here. 85 was a pretty boring year. I do kind of dig the bright gold metallic, but I think I'd have a hard time finding a spray paint color to match that. Special for 85 was the white and bright gold combo, but I haven't found a good picture of that yet. And again, I'm not going to be able to match that bright gold. So I think I'm going to go with the cream. It's not tan, it's more just kind of an off-white. And I found some pictures, and they had white tops. So I think that'll give me a good opportunity to do a decent paint job. I'm going to get started cleaning up the body. And yeah, the next step I have to go to the hobby shop and pick out some paint. So I got everything deburred and lightly sanded with Scotch-Brite. I think I actually have the paint. I'm a little hesitant to use old cans of this. This one looks pretty clean. So this is Rust-Oleum Antique White, and it looks pretty close to the cream color on the pictures. And I actually have a can of brand new Tamiya TS26 Pure White for the hardtop. I've got some interior colors here. These are Model Masters. Fabric tan and dark tan. And I can't remember which one I like. I know one of them I don't. So I'll do some tests on that for the interior. But next step is to get this stuff clean. I gotta go rinse it off real good. And we'll probably leave it overnight. Probably at least 12 hours or so to dry in front of a fan. I want to make sure it is nice and clean and ready to paint. I don't want to have any issues after my last painting nightmare I had. So I went ahead and did the interior a little bit. I didn't do it as thoroughly as the body. And I spent a little extra time. There's a few casting lines here, and there's one around here by the taillight. And they're not perfect, but I just spent a little extra time sanding on that to smooth them up. I did my research online. That front valance goes below the bumper that came chrome. It looked like it's always painted body color on most of these 85s, so 84 through 88s, 87s, whenever it was. So I went ahead, I've got it soaking in some purple power. If you haven't tried that, that usually works pretty good. I know it works well on Tamiya plastics and stuff. I've done some grills, bumpers. But yeah, I need to check on that. It's been soaking for a couple hours now. But yeah, go clean, and then we'll get ready to paint. Alright guys, so a couple days have passed. I was not happy with how the seats came out. I think it was, the main problem I had was just too much of that brown. So I went ahead and painted the seats all black. I cleaned them up a little bit and just painted over the mess I made. And they look fine. They look like a nice old vinyl or some kind of seat cover. I'm just going to roll with it. Yeah, now we just got to start putting this thing together. I did go ahead and get 4 or 5 good coats of paint on the lenses. I've got the, how's that? Oh, that's way over. This goes in a certain way. My carpet's in the way a little bit, but I'm just going to roll with it. I like the carpet. It's going to add a nice texture to it once we get it all put together. But yeah, I was talking about the light lenses I use for this. I've got a little Testors enamel brush paint in, it is, what number? 0611 is the last part of the number on it. This is stoplight red metallic, and looks pretty good. Oh no, it ran through on the other side. It is very, very thin, so it takes lots of coats to get the job done. I must have rushed it a little bit. And also the orange, where's my orange? There it is. I use Testors enamel. This is, that's not the right number. It's the same number as the other one. This is Turn Signal Amber Metallic. So those are my light lenses. I did the front blinkers, the bumper, and the rear. It sucks. The paint ran around the other side. Had them drying in front of a heater. It's been so cold the last couple weeks. It was 30-ish all week with rain, so painting's been tricky, but the body came out fantastic. So I'm going to grab that and we'll start looking. Let's first look at the cream color with the white top. I've got the roll bar sitting in there already. I glued that together and painted it just flat black. Now, every picture I found online, sort of one or two, of this color combo for 85 model year had black grille, black bumper, and the black rear bumper and grab handle. So I went ahead and stripped all the chrome off of all of the front and painted it flat black with this, was it Model Masters flat black. It's a nice, almost more of a satin. The same thing I did the seats with. You get a very nice low sheen to it, and it fit the factory style plastic grille and bumper and stuff pretty well. So they're still in the other room. I got to bring those in, and yeah, I think we're ready to get started. I'm very curious to see how these doors hinge and the hood hinges and everything, but overall I've been happy with everything so far. I didn't mess up the paint job, so I'm pretty ecstatic about that. I do plan on going around the windows and doing this trim here and the trim around that with flat black, and I did pull the, at least I was smart enough to think ahead to pull all the windows off of the tree before I painted the lenses. That way nothing ran across my windshield or anything. But it's looking like, looking here at the windshield, it's looking like our rubber seal is part of the glass, so that's going to be a challenge to paint without getting it on there. Now, I know a lot of people spray these window edges and things. They're real good at masking, and I'm not good. Painting is the thing I am the worst at, so I try to use my paint pen and just follow that high edge all the way around, as long as it's even. I've had pretty good results in the past with most everything else I've done, so I'm just going to roll with that. I might take off a few strategic areas, like on the body here, so I can get a nice clean edge there. I might put some tape up here and probably down there as well, just so it doesn't run. But yeah, it's the key with using the paint pens. I've got two in flat black, and one is very dry and very terrible, and it's new. And then my old one is very runny and very, the brush the tip is very worn. But I've used it so much now, I know how it spreads and how it runs and how thick to have it to do, say, all the way around a window and things like that. So I think I'm confident enough in it to tackle this, but we'll see. So alright guys, I'm going to wrap this up here, part 1 of the build. I have just run out of time putting this thing together, so the next installment we'll get everything done, get the doors on, the interior in, and get this thing out on the rocks and see how it looks. I really love the detail, I love the grill, I love the hardtop. It's kind of cool. It's fitting and sentimental since we had one of these growing up. Well, when I was a teenager, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I like the way it looks. It's very, very scale. So you can check these out now. RC4wd Drive has opened up pre-orders today, and yeah, I don't know the price or anything just yet, but it will be all on the RC4wd Drive website. There'll be a link in the video description, so check them out and keep it scale. Stay tuned for part 2, and I'll see you all in the next video.